Hey guys, in today's dynamic world of trading, the constant quest for advanced technical analysis tools is more apparent than ever. In this presentation, we aim to introduce a cutting-edge indicator tailored to satisfy this burgeoning demand. This indicator serves as a valuable resource for decoding market trends and predicting potential future price actions. Through a meticulous examination of recent price data, we will demonstrate the precise method of harnessing this indicator for effective trading. We'll delve into the optimal settings for its utilization and additionally illustrate how it can be seamlessly integrated with other technical indicators to construct a robust and profitable trading strategy. If you find value in this video, remember to leave a like. Let's get into it. Now, the indicator that we're talking about is called AI Trend Navigator. To add it to your chart, for me, I'm going to go with Euro and USD. This strategy works best on the 1-hour time frame, so be sure to set your time frame to 1 hour. After that, open the Indicator Search tab and type in AI Trend Navigator. Be sure to select this one by Zierman. The AI Trend Navigator is a sophisticated tool. It's designed to provide insights into market trends and potential future price movements using the K-nearest neighboring algorithm, also known as KNN. KNN is a type of machine learning algorithm used for both classification and regression. In this context, it's used to classify price action trends as either positive, negative, or neutral based on historical data. Now looking at this indicator, we can see two elements. This line colored in teal is called the average KNN classifier, and it's used to identify long-term trends in the market. This second line that changes color from green to red and vice versa is called KNN classifier, and it's used to identify short-term trends in the market. By combining these two lines, we will be able to not only identify long-term and short-term trends in the market, but to also identify market pullbacks and to trade based on them. Looking at the settings of this indicator, we can see a third element of this tool, and it's this one right here. We can click here to enable the background colors. When the background color is red, that indicates a bearish trend. When the background color is green, that indicates a bullish trend. However, for the strategy we're going to showcase in this video, we're not going to be using the background colors because if you look at this closely, you will notice that most of the time the background color changes to green when the KNN classifier line is above the average KNN classifier. Conversely, the background color changes to red whenever the KNN classifier goes below the average KNN classifier. Let's head back to the settings and turn off the trend prediction color since we won't be needing it. While in the settings, adjust the number of clauses values to 30 and set the smoothing period to 80. And then click here and change the EMA, KNN color to black. Once done, click OK. Now here's how we're going to use this indicator for trading. To take a long trade, we're going to first of all, identify a bullish trend using this indicator and then identify a market pullback within that bullish trend using the same indicator. Then we're going to enter the trade after the pullback. Now to identify the bullish trend, we just make sure that the price is trading above the black line, also known as average KNN classifier. And then to identify the pullback, we want the KNN classifier, this green line, to turn to red. Now, remember, during this pullback, price should not break and close below this black moving average. After we have the pullback, we want the KNN classifier to turn back to green to confirm the end of the pullback. After all the conditions are met, we enter a long position. Now, as you can see, here's another example. The KNN classifier line turned from green to red and then from red to green. And during that time, the price never broke and closed below the black moving average. Now, what are the conditions for a short position? Well, I'm going to show you. Now to enter a short position with this indicator, we're going to do everything we did for a long position. So you basically want the price to be trading below this black moving average to identify a long-term bearish trend. And then we're going to identify a pullback by having this red line turning to green. And then as soon as it turns back to red, you enter your short position. And of course, you've got to ensure that during that pullback, the price doesn't break and close above the black moving average. Now, let's add 2 more indicators to the chart to make this strategy even better. On the Indicator Search tab, type in Chandelier Exit, and it's going to be this one by Everget. And then type in MACD, select this one right here. To configure the Chandelier Exit indicator, click on this gear icon right here. And then within the Style tab, deselect all options, leaving only the Buy label and the Sell label active. Next, we're going to modify the label location. Set the Buy label to below bar and the Sell label to above bar. Once done, confirm your changes by clicking OK. For the MACD indicator, double-click on it to access the settings. In the Style tab, deselect the MACD line option, and all same, then click OK. The Chandelier Exit indicator is going to be giving us the buy and sell entry signals. When it says buy, we're going to buy. When it says sell, we're going to sell. The AI Trend Navigator is going to be used for long-term trend confirmations as well as to identify pullbacks in the market for us to use to enter long and short positions. Then the MACD is going to be used to ensure that there is enough bullish and bearish momentum in the market before we enter any positions. Now to trade using these 3 indicators combined, here is how we're going to do it. To take a long trade, first, the price must be trading above the KNN classifier, this black line, to indicate that the market is in an overall bullish trend. Second, the KNN classifier line, this one right here, should be colored green. This is to indicate that the market is in a short-term bullish trend. Third, we need a pullback to occur. For that, we need this green line to change color to red to confirm the pullback. Now, an important thing to remember is that during this pullback, basically from here to here, the price candles should not break and close below this white line. They can touch it with a wick, but they shouldn't break and close below it. If any of the candles happens to close below it, that setup becomes invalid. Then after we have the pullback, we need a buy signal to be printed by the Chandelier Exit indicator. That buy signal can come either during the pullback or after the pullback. During the pullback means that this line is still colored red, and after the pullback means that this line changed color to green. As long as it's the very next buy signal, then you're okay to enter the trade. Any other buy signals that come after this first one should be ignored. Lastly, we want to ensure that there is enough bullish momentum in the market to push the price in the direction of our trade. For that, we're going to make sure that this last histogram bar of the MACD indicator is colored green. Also, we want to make sure that this signal line is above the 0 line of the MACD indicator. If the signal line happens to be below the 0 line, that setup becomes invalid. After all those conditions are met, we're going to enter a long position on the open of the very next candle. We're going to set our stop loss below the most recent swing low. For the take profit, we're going to set it at 1.5 times the risk to reward. We let this trade run and take profit. For short trades, we're going to do the opposite. First, the price must be trading below the average KNN classifier, this black line, to indicate the market is in an overall bearish trend. Second, the KNN classifier line, this one right here, should be colored red to indicate that the market is in a short-term bearish trend. Third, we need a pullback to occur. For that, we need this red line to change color to green to indicate a market pullback. Now, remember, during this pullback, so basically from this point to this point, the price candles should not break and close above this black line. They can touch it with a wick, but they shouldn't break and close above it. If any of the candles closes above it, the setup becomes invalid. Then after we have the pullback, we need a sell signal to be printed by the Chandelier Exit indicator. That sell signal should come either during the pullback or after the pullback. During the pullback means that this line is still colored green, and after the pullback means that this line changed color to red. As long as it's the very next sell signal, we're okay to enter the trade. Any other sell signals that come after the first one will be ignored. Last but not least, we want to ensure that there is enough bearish momentum in the market to push the price in the direction of our trade. For that, we're going to make sure that this last histogram bar of the MACD indicator is colored red, and this orange signal line should also be below the 0 line. If the signal line happens to be above the 0 line, that setup becomes invalid. All these conditions are met on this candle, so we're going to enter a short position right here. We're going to set our stop loss above the most recent swing high. For the take profit, we're going to set it at 1:1.5 risk to reward ratio. Letting this trade run. And take profit. End this video. I hope you liked the video. If it is this case, do not hesitate to give us a like with our strategy. Also subscribe my YouTube channel for more new strategy. Now remember, the strategy showcased in this video is not financial advice. See you next time. Thanks for watching our video.